What if the thing that broke you became the very thing that built your brand? Oprah Winfrey didn't just become a billionaire. She built one of the most trusted personal brands in the world. Not by being perfect, but by turning her deepest pain into purpose. This is the brand story of Oprah Winfrey, and the lesson it holds for every creator, coach, and visionary. Gail Winfrey was born in rural Mississippi in 1954. She was born to a teenage mother in poverty. No silver spoon, no privilege, just a very sharp mind and a deep well of pain. She was molested at 9 years old, got pregnant at 14 years old. Her son died in infancy, and yet she still showed up at school, delivering speeches that made people cry and made people notice to say, that girl has something. But no one could have predicted that she would become Oprah. Before she was a billionaire, she was a broken black girl. And what she did next changed the world. At 19, Oprah landed a job as a news anchor. The first black woman to hold that role in Nashville. But here's the twist. She wasn't even seen as professional enough. Too emotional, too expressive. So, they demoted her, moved her to a low-ranking daytime talk show. That demotion became her door. She turned that show into the Oprah Winfrey Show. And over the next 25 years, she interviewed presidents, transformed lives, and changed daytime TV forever. But I hear you ask, but how? So what she did was that she didn't chase trends. She didn't need to perform, but she connected. She also listened. And she shared parts of herself that most people would have preferred to hide. Oprah turned her vulnerability into a superpower. And people started trusting her because she trusted them with her truth. Oprah didn't just host a show. She built an empire. Her brand wasn't about being the smartest or even being the skinniest or the trendiest. It was simply about her being human. And what were her pillars? Empathy, empowerment, and education. She used these three to build her empire. She built O Magazine, a print empire with her face on every cover. OWN, her own cable network. Super Soul Sundays, which was for spiritual and personal growth. And then Oprah's Book Club, where unknown authors became bestsellers overnight. So what does this mean for you as a creator? Oprah teaches us that consistency builds credibility, and being vulnerable builds connection. Your brand doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be authentic, aligned, and anchored in truth. Now, whether you're a YouTuber, a coach, or a digital creator, or even a professional, here is the truth. You don't need viral views to build a real brand. You need vision. You need a voice. And you also need to be vulnerable, and not just being vulnerable, but being vulnerable with purpose. Oprah never tried to be the next anybody. She decided to be fully, unapologetically herself. And then the world responded to her the way it was meant to, because she decided to be authentic and not a copy of anyone else. If you have been struggling to grow on YouTube or social media, maybe it's time to ask, am I sharing stories that build trust? Is my content solving real pain? Is my audience seeing me or just my posts? This is the power of story-based branding, and these are very important things you need to take note of, and that is what we teach here at Brand Story School. I want to share something else with you. Oprah's story proves that you can rise from the ashes of your past and build something that outlives you. You don't have to wait until it's perfect. You just have to start with what is real. And what is real? Your truth, your journey, and your story. So the next time you feel stuck, remember Oprah. And remember that sometimes the most powerful brands are born from the places we try the hardest to hide. Thank you for watching this episode of Brand Story School. And if Oprah's journey inspired you, Let me know in the comments. I'd really love to hear what part of our story you are walking through right now. And if you're ready to turn your own story into strategy, hit that subscribe button, because every week we break down the stories behind the brands and show you how to build one of your own. And I remain Dr. Ish, and I'll see you in the next story. Take care and be blessed.